We're here today with the family of Miss Brenda Milo, a beloved former teacher who was reported missing on Sunday morning. Miss Milo was living with dementia, and her disappearance has deeply impacted our community. Our goal tonight is to help raise awareness, provide accurate information, and to help mobilize the community to support the search for it. Alexandria Police Department, my understanding, they're out and have been out all day long today with drones in the area. And to the family, I definitely want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. Now, y'all added a third person in on me over there before we went live. So I was prepared with Yolanda and Roberto Ro, aka Ro. Now, who's the other person we have with us tonight?
That's our note taker.
I'm Shante
Oh, that's
Perry.
the note taker.
This is Shante Perry.
All right.
Family.
All right. Well, hey, welcome to the show tonight, and we're gonna go ahead and get dive deep down into what we're talking about. And I guess either one of y'all, can y'all tell me a little bit about Ms. Brenda? For those who may not know her, but my understanding is it's a ton of people who know Ms. Brenda. So tell us a little bit about her.
My mother was energetic, a firecracker, loved being around people, and she was just all around good person.
Yes.
That's just her.
She's a beloved aunt, sister, and friend. She's very warm, caring, very independent. She lived in this community her whole life. She served as an educator for many years, and she's just known for her kindness, her sense of humor. Even with living with dementia, she still had her sense of humor.
How recent, Yolanda, was those video clips? I think I'm going to share a couple of those clips with our audience later in the form of a reel. But when did
Okay.
when did she do those reels?
So the reels were started from 2023 until, and it just shows another side to my aunt. She has a great sense of humor. She's such a kind, caring person. She loves to dance. So anytime the music come on, she's on the dance floor, as you could see in the reel to come.
Yeah, I tell you.
Down said Tuskegee, but somebody grabbed it wrong and missed a Neil.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's our favorite story.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When and where was she last seen?
I seen her Saturday night when I was going to bed. Me and my friend Jonas, we were watching the game, and I shut everything down. And I went checked on her, and she was in bed asleep. So I was like, all right, I can get a little shut eye. A little busy about it, not moving. Mm-hmm. But knows the fact, busybodies don't sleep. Yes. They stay on the go. She like a little Energizer bunny. So she was on the go. She was on the go when I was trying to get 40 winks in. So she maneuvered on up out of here. She maneuvered up out. And then I wake up every morning at 5. Mm-hmm. Woke up at 5 in the morning. Something wasn't right. Something wasn't sitting right in my stomach. So I got up, looked in her room. Then she had a point. She started hiding. Like we playing hide and go seek. I said, me and my kids never play hide and go seek, Mom. So I got to look, and I looked everywhere. The back door was locked. The door facing the street was locked. Then I went to the front door up under the car porch, and that door was open. I'm very rarely, I don't panic. I try to stay calm. When you panic, you make problems. You make more problems. I stayed calm. Me and my friend from down the street, Gary, I stayed here. He rode through every neighborhood in his vicinity. Claremont, Fairfield, Bocage, parts of parts of Charles Park
off of
and
Harshie.
neighborhood Walmart.
Yes.
And then I called APD at 6. After I made my report, you know, I'm a strange person. I was sitting up there, I was like, all right, when my mama come home, I'm gonna have a food cook. So I put some beef ribs on, and I smoked some beef ribs and some potatoes. All right. That's what I did. So, and she ain't never come back.
And we're still waiting.
Yeah.
You're still
Yep.
waiting. Let me ask you this. To the general public out there, what was she wearing? Any specific clothing, carrying anything that you could think of that folk could recognize her?
I think it's important to acknowledge that at the time of mourning, she went missing.
Mm-hmm.
For her, at her age, because elderly do work now still, but she had on a white gown, white nightgown with flowers on it, and some Crocs, some pink Crocs. So that can also help in recognizing. That's just an odd way for a woman of her age to be out walking about at that time of morning, and also in that type of attire. So in our efforts to get help and people recognizing, maybe someone saw that, and it might have looked strange to them, but they second guessed it. But that is very important that the community knows she was in her pajamas out walking at that time of the morning, and that's just not the way she carries herself to be out in her nightgown. She's a proper etiquette woman, and that's just odd all around. So that's like very, very important that they know she was in her night clothes, walking around.
Yes. Pink Crocs, no purse, no cell phone.
No cell phone.
Nothing on her person.
Only thing she had was the earrings that my grandmother gave me when she was a child. She never take those off.
And they were
some hoop
gold
earrings.
hoops.
Gold hoop earrings. Okay.
Size.
Yep, solid gold hoop earrings.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Has Miss Milo ever gone missing before?
This is not the first time, but it's the most serious and longest she's been gone. Her condition has made her confused in the past, but she always returned, or she's been found very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time she's been gone at this lengthy period of time.
All right. Could one of y'all, for folk who may not know about how dementia and Alzheimer's and those type of illnesses work, can one of y'all explain to us kind of what you experience, on a typical day at home with a person suffering from one of those diseases?
Okay.
Well, with dementia, there's different levels, first of
Mm-hmm.
all, to dementia / Alzheimer's, if you would like to call it. There's
Mm-hmm.
different levels and stages. If I'm not mistaken, hers has progressed to the stage where it's almost like you think of someone going back to the baby stage. They don't like to be bothered most of the time with unfamiliar things. They usually adapt to places that they're familiar to. They kind of like go back in time most of the time. Just for instance, she's missing. She could go somewhere that's familiar to her at a date and time when she was a much younger woman, because that's what will come up in her mind first, opposed to what she's used to right now.
Right.
It's a lot that goes with it. At different times, they become fearful. They hide. They don't recognize certain things. They're unable to communicate. It's just a lot. It's a very broad subject to speak on because there's a lot. Some people may say they noticed her and she didn't notice them. That's not uncommon. So it would be conducive if someone was to see her and what we just explained her attire was, to just contact APD, contact Row. I think your information is, what's your number?
Yeah,
I think they have it listed on the where it was mentioned that to contact her family that associates with her so they can notify them of her whereabouts or her last known whereabouts. All of that helps. What people may think is small is actually big. So any little bit of information is helpful. And they can become combative too, because of fear, because they don't know, because they're in unfamiliar places. So all that has to be considered in this type of situation.
Yeah, I was reading. They were saying that the things that y'all were talking about will hide and different things of that nature. So if you are out searching and you run up on someone and they're kind of like ducked under somewhere, to always approach with a calm voice and different
Yeah,
things of that nature, because it could startle and that kind
yeah.
of thing.
Right.
Um, as the disease has kind of like progressed, do right now, um, what would you say if I guess the question is, how does her memory normally affect her behavior? And if we had to wonder about what to expect right now if we were running upon your mom or coming across your auntie or what have you, what could we kind of expect right now?
Well, she can become disoriented and
Hmm.
forget where she is or where she's going. Sometimes
Hmm.
she believes she's headed to a place from her past or looking for someone she knows, even if
Hmm.
that person isn't nearby anymore.
Hmm.
She may also become frightened or avoid contact with strangers if she feel confused. So that's the state where she is now. So it's a roller coaster. Sometimes she has her good moments and
Hmm.
sometimes she don't. Um, but it doesn't take her long to get back to her normalcy.
Hmm. What kind of assistance are you guys currently receiving from the public authorities, like the police department, and things of that nature? What's actually happening right now?
they have the drones in there. They on side by sides. They everywhere. They got two drones flying. I'm trying to see if they will get some dogs out here to see if we can find them. But
Yes.
Hmm.
they canvassing the whole area over here.
Yes.
And I talked to Grimion. He said we not stopping until we find them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's saying they working around the clock.
Yes. The local police department, they're actively involved right now with the search. Like he
Hmm.
said, like my cousin said, they've been canvassing the area and they're following up on leads. We also have had some help from the community volunteers and hope to get more support from organized search and rescue teams. So we're trying to orchestrate that, starting tomorrow, an action plan. And thank you, Uncle Willie, for orchestrating that. Was it Steve Chalk?
Yeah.
Yes, he's initiated an action plan that we're gonna go by to get the community to help with the search. So we'll
Hmm.
have all the details. We'll use the UrbanCast platform
Hmm.
to um, to go forward with that.
Okay. But y'all more than welcome. Y'all definitely more than welcome. And I would encourage you, as well, to make sure that whenever you send those communications out to media, to make sure that you send it to all of the media organizations within our footprint, not just us. This is a community effort, and it should be all of us ready to lend a helping hand to bring Miss Brenda back home. And at this point, a silver alert, which is kind of like an amber alert for a small child, that has been issued at this point, right?
Yes. The silver alert has been issued, and we're thankful for that. Yes.
Yeah, about 9.
We're thankful for that, and we're hoping that it brings more tips or sightings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As we going forward, you kind of touched bases on it just a few seconds ago, but what do you think you're going, from neighbors and the community members and different things of that nature? Are you thinking you're going to need anything in specific, or is something y'all continuing to work on as you guys work through this process?
We need eyes and hands and volunteers to help navigate this search.
And feet that move as fast as my mama feet did.
Yeah, we need as many volunteers as possible to help look for her, because this is a big area. And even if it wasn't a big area, always think more, the better. We don't know how far she got. That's really concerning. No one can tell us that, and we are unaware of that. So we definitely need volunteers. We also are requesting that those who are familiar with this type of situation come and help us organize a plan of action that would help navigate this even better than what we know how to do. I mean, we have common knowledge to organize, but we're not familiar with the missing persons case. And I would prefer, before time gets the best of us, people who are knowledgeable in this area put forth the effort to help and aiding to find her. So as a community, it would be better if we just got more people involved with help with the search efforts.
Something as simple as this, and a lot of people have them out there now. They have these fancy doorbells, a Ring, or similar doorbell systems that they could be looking. If I know you guys described what your mom was wearing and what have you, but you go ahead and make that call, to tell people, ask people to see if they can take a look at their rings around the time frame that she may have left the house, and that kind of thing, because all of that can kind of give you an idea of what direction she went. Right.
Yes.
So has the police said, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the city of Alexandria was supposed to be participating in some kind of program where people could share like their ring data and all, like their ring images and things of that nature. Have the police said anything to you guys about that?
A lady that live out here, she connected. She got a picture of my mom and she shared it with all the ring people on hers.
But the police have not.
I don't know what the state troopers did.
As far as my knowledge, no, we haven't got that information from the police department. But other people are trying to help facilitate that.
But if there are folk that are listening to us right now and they out there in the Bocage, Good Earth, and Charles Park area, if they could go back to Sunday from around that midnight time frame and peruse their data or their images that might have been on their rings, it could be picking up Miss Brenda. And if so,
and businesses too.
Businesses as well. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys hear that? If you got a ring, and I don't care where you are right now, because she could have walked by and she could have been trying to get back over there to True Vine or somewhere.
Yeah,
you know, and she could have saw somebody and they dropped off or something like that, you know. So in general, just check your ring and see what's going on during that time frame. And what that time frame is again?
They have the time frame between the hours of 2 to 4.
2 to 4.
Up 5 in the morning.
So 8 a.m.
2 a.m.
to
Right.
Yeah.
And that's Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Okay. All right. All right.
So
Well,
I'm sorry. As far as the
no. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I want to let the community know to please check for any footage of a woman matching her description walking past your home, especially if she seems lost, confused, or moving slowly. She may have walked through unfamiliar areas without realizing it. So if you see that, please, by all means, call the police department, bring her to the hospital. We'll take it from there. But we are in desperate need of all of you guys' help.
And again, you know, as the night move forward, y'all be beginning to have the plans put together a little bit more for that more formal search and getting that kicked off. Has the family set up like a special Facebook page, Instagram page, or something like that? That you know you guys might be wanting to post some stuff on it or something like that.
We haven't yet, but that's something we probably need to do going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well,
and
I think that would be a very good idea to set that page up. That way, everybody will know. You know, that's the kind of like landing page, so they won't have to go to your search page. You know, sometimes our page gets full of stuff and it gets pushed way down, but there they could go and get exactly what y'all and put. You know, new pictures or something like that, leads or something like that. I think it'd be a great idea to have that. As soon as y'all do get it set up, just let us know and we'll certainly share it with our audience and all that kind of good stuff.
Okay.
We'll let you know.
thank you so much.
I'm very hopeful and thinking that someone that may have been associated at Eastside Daiquiri, that's around the time of morning, she went missing. They may have thought everything was okay. They may have seen her. We're asking all those individuals to reach out to the point of contact and make it known. Just if you've seen her, that gives us a starting point. So don't hesitate if you feel like it's not good information. Like I said before, everything is helpful, but that was a time that they're very active over there in that area. And I'm hopeful that someone's seen her and could possibly help us in finding her. So please act on that you might have seen.
Okay. And let me ask you: is there any specific anything else specific you guys want the public to know if they spot her? If y'all could go ahead and let the public know, give the family a call, police a call. Y'all got the mic on it. Go ahead.
Well, the only real medical thing she has is the Alzheimer's dementia and high blood pressure.
Other than that, she's a very healthy and active person. She is a fast walker.
She'll break out and run.
Yes. So, but she is approachable. So if you do see her and approach her, she's approachable. You'll be able to strike a conversation with her. She loves babies. She loves children. She's gravitated to children. And, you know, she doesn't meet a stranger. So if you would, please, by all means, just approach her, call 911.
And you made a very valid point earlier. about her trying to get back to her church.
Mhm.
That's not uncommon for an elderly person with dementia, because that's their calm, their comfort, their peace, their joy, so all that does make a difference. She very well could be. She's a woman led by the Spirit, so that is definitely not an abnormal thing to see her trying to get there.
Yeah.
So that would be what, down lower third area. So we're asking the community overall, not just over here, overall, to put in the effort to look for her, because she's familiar with their area too. Yes.
Yeah.
She's alumni
I'm
too.
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm
No,
sorry.
go
She's
ahead.
a Peabody alumni as well. She lives everything Peabody. Love Peabody. So that will also be.
Tuskegee, where she graduated from in
Yes.
Tuskegee. She painted her
Okay.
house the same color as Tuskegee. My brother
Yes, she
had told me
did.
the house the same color as Tuskegee.
All right.
Yeah.
So
So she graduated from that university where them famous red tail airmen were from, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she
she
did.
Yeah.
graduated with Tom Joyner and Lionel Richie had came a little after. She
Yeah,
graduated
yeah.
with Tom
They
Joyner.
can't wait. All right, all right.
Yeah.
That's something. Um, what would you guys have to say to someone? Like a lot of times, folk will say, "I just don't want to get involved." What would y'all say uh, to that person who's uncertain that see this elderly lady walking around and kind of looking a little disoriented? What would y'all say to that person to kind of encourage them to feel not to feel bad about dialing 911 or calling APD or any law enforcement agency or something like that? What would y'all have to say to them?
If that was your mama, would you want somebody to do that to you? And I'm gonna just drop the mic on that one.
Yes.
I think it's very, very important that we, as a community, put ourselves in that space. And like I said earlier, because there are people who don't want to get involved. They might feel like they're making a wrong decision by contacting folks, because nowadays a lot of things have changed into what other people are accustomed to. But in that same breath, it's better to be safe than sorry. If you don't want to get involved, use the contact information provided. If you don't want to call APD, contact the point of contact that's listed so he can follow up, or
Facebook.
or communicate through the social media platforms. I saw that you saw her description and you wanted to let them know the last whereabouts or what have you. This is someone's mom, aunt, sister. She's important. So there does come some people that are afraid, but like I said, in the same breath, you would want your family member found and returned. So just do the right thing is my advice to anyone. Do the right thing, and let someone know. If you don't feel comfortable, then let someone know so they can help you
It seems like we might have lost that feed. As you guys can see, the family is extremely concerned about getting Miss Milo back home. And if you guys see something, please say something. Pick up that phone, dial 911, um, call somebody or whatever. If you see anything unusual, please don't just let it go by. Try to pick up that telephone and reach out to local law enforcement. And the area where they live is over by Ash, and so it's right off of Jackson Street, so it's buttoned up against Twin Bridges Road, going probably southwest, and then also going out toward Highway 28 west. You got these wooded areas out there. So
Yes.
basically, yeah, we got a lot of wooded areas out there. So if you're walking around with a dog, whatever, try to reach out and keep your eyes open and see if we can help get Miss Brenda home as soon as possible. Would y'all have anything else y'all want to say before we get out of here?
Thank you for letting us use your platform to put the word out. We thoroughly appreciate it. You are heaven sent to us, to the community. You giving out information where no one else was there, to help out with this situation. Oh, I've been told the state trooper has the helicopters out right now as we speak. We have more information that just came in. And hopefully we'll get some good news throughout the night. So again, thank you so much.
We're going to thank the community in advance too,
Yes.
because we don't know who's going to come forth to assist in the efforts to find her. Again, we're going to try to orchestrate an action plan starting tomorrow. And I think Yolanda will communicate that on time, and 5605 page.
We lost communications again there, guys. But as soon as, okay, there we go. We're coming back.
Yeah,
technology, it works good sometimes.
Her address, Miss Brenda's address, 5605 Page Place, to orchestrate the action plan to begin the search. Yolanda Milo will communicate with you all and all the other platforms on the time and just get that started. But again, please, 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 volunteers, those familiar with this type of situation, please come forth and help. The more, the better. And we appreciate everyone that's willing to come and help us out.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to say, we couldn't do it without the community.
I don't know what that address is though.
What address?
Her childhood.
612 Douglas. Can't hear nothing.
Oh, I could hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. We're going to try to hang on in there. But for those of you guys who have to get out, I definitely want to thank the Milo family for speaking with us this evening and for their strength and to face this uncertainty. To our viewers, please remain alert. Go out there, check your rings, cameras, and whatever you have in your area between that time that we are looking at on Sunday. This past Sunday, no matter how small, every bit of information could help, and it could make the difference in bringing Miss Milo back home safely. We also want to extend our sincere gratitude to the supporters again and our business partners who help make these conversations possible. And they are Legendary Kung Fu and Tai Chi, Sattler's Towing, and Long's Products. Your continued support is definitely, truly appreciated. Let's stay hopeful, stay involved, stay committed to bringing Miss Milo home. I'm gonna try to hang in here and see if they'll be back, because they were trying to give us some addresses. If not, I will reach out to them and update this post with the rallying point, which will be over in the Good Earth area. As soon as I get off, I'll get back in contact with them. It looked like they completely got booted off. So you guys have a good evening. Again, stay vigilant, stay alert, and look out for that unexpected thing, and do pick up that telephone and call law enforcement if you see something that you can't explain. Talk to you later. Y'all have a great evening.